よし、始まったかな。いらっしゃいいらっしゃい。おー、緊張する。音声とかは問題ないですか？おっとっとっと、ちょっと明るくしようか。ちょっと明るくします。おお、どうだろう。ちょっと全体的に下げとこうか。どうなんだろう。ちょっとカメラの感度上げます。自分の音声がどうかわかんない。ちょっと自分の音声を軽く下げます。マイクレベルを下げます。こんなもん？よし。いいかな。大丈夫かな。どうなんだろう。マイクオンになってるよね。なってるね。よし。よし、やるか。1924年ボストン、酒と睡眠薬で記憶を振り払う第一次大戦の退役軍人エドワード・ピアス。現在は立ち直りのための案件探しに早期に支援機を見つけなければピアーズは免許剥奪の危機である。はいはいはい。私が狂人ならばそれは神の慈悲だろう。鈍感ゆえおとましい最後の時まで正気を保てる者がいるならその者に神の慈悲があることを願おう。 R でしゃがむね。OK。はいはいはい。はい、どうぞどうぞ、いらっしゃいいらっしゃい。あ、×で選択みたいな感じね。よしよしよし。通れないと。調べるために照らす必要なアイテムがあります。あ、そういうことか。あれを取ってこいってことか。はいはいはい。ちょっと待ってね。カメラ感度ちょっと早かったか。ちょっと下げます。こんなもんか。よし。お、私に続き運命は逃れたいほどにお前を引きずり込む。おう、捧げ物ね。はいはいはい。走る。お、
Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey.
手帳を見る。飲む。あ、ウイスキーかこれ。命運を左右します。命運を左右します。
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. It's been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares. I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
キャラクターポイントを割り当ててください。各キャラクターポイントのスキルスコアを上げます。話術、目星、心理学、オカルト、医学、筋力、調査。目星。待って、今何ポイント ?7 ポイント。話術、調査。筋力はいらないでしょ。オカルト、話術と、こんなもんかな。どうよ、わかんないわ。はい。
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
探偵事務所で
Work is scarce.
仕事が来ないと。
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl.
いやー、クトゥルフらしい導入。
Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin. It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Eh? Huh?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. I used to be an avid reader. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
よし、行こう。 ロードか地味に長いなこれ。
We're almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but
カメラ動かせないのか。
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
a nice young woman and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
違う、間違えた。間違えた。
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
邪魔するぜい。
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
あ、会話できなくなった。
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
If I had the wing of a girl,
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
You have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
こんなもんかな。ブラッドリーって誰だ？ブラッドリーって誰だ？邪魔するぜい。
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
トイレ。
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay. 怪しい、色が怪しい。
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
なんだ、何をすればいいんだ。
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
あ、これか。
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
オッケーと。おう。
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
お、キャラクターポイント。話術。ちなみにこうなんかスキルを振り分けれて、話術、目星、心理学、オカルト、 医学、筋力、調査。こうクトゥルフらしい要素が。とりあえず目星と話術、調査、心理学振って、筋力には何もしてない。この手のゲームに多分筋力いらないなと思って。ブラッドリーって誰？なんか来た。何ですか？
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster? You've seen how old it is. The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
あ、この人がブラッドリー。
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
そう、成長ポイント自由に。
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't. Don't put that beast back in...
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now, please, leave us to our work.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Killer whales have few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters. What creature could possibly have done this?
医学振ってたらもっと分かったのかな。
You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Thank you for your valuable help.
Okay, sir.
ここに入らなきゃいけないけど、見張られてるみたいな感じか。あ、なんかいる。どうも。
I bet that. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
めっちゃフラフラ。
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
なんもなさそう。
Who's this guy?
No idea. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks.
見られてる。
Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
嘘。いけんのこれ。キャットに言われてきたんだ、嘘をつく。やったもん勝ちだろ。
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
あ、ダメでした。
If I can't get rid of those...
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
彼らの動きを観察する。
What happened to the statue of St. Brendan? Dreadful.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
入れそうにないね。
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an old man.
ちょっともう一回ボスと話してこよう。Hey boss.
Anna, I told you to beat it.
ダメでした。ってことはこっちから
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you.
なるほど。
I shall take my leave.
船長ね。よし。 ヒリがすごいね。
You're back again. What can
な
I
んでい
do
ちいちそっ
for
ち
you?
になぜ扉の方に。これか。
Apparently the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
下水で
You
つな
mean
がっ
that
ている。
there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
どっから行けってんだよ。どっかの入れるお、さっきの酔っ払いじゃないよね。
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some
こ
girl.
いつ死ぬんじゃないか。
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
お、どっから下水に行けばいいんだ。目星スキルでは近距離にある隠しアイテムを察知できます。すべてのアイテムが見つかるんだろうって。なるほど。ここで目星。待って。下をまず探そう。
This tunnel goes under the warehouses.
これ。
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
ハテナってなってるのはどうすればいいんだ。ポイントは持ってない。ちなみにこの人が依頼主で、娘がなんか狂ってしまって家に火をつけて家族をこう火事で殺しちゃって、でも娘はそんな狂ってるはずはないんだと、絶対何か理由があるんだっていうので調査をしてくれという依頼がクトゥルフらしい導入で始まって、今ここに来ましたよみたいな。やっぱ上か。そうそんな感じ。
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
道具がないからダメってことね。これダメか。このハテナマークが、そういう感じか。
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
でもまだハテナ点滅してるぞ。回せない。まだ何かあるってことか。こういうことか。
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
なるほどね。でもまだハテナ点滅してるぞ。まだ何かあるんじゃないのか。そういうことではないのか。あった。
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
なるほどね。オッケー。どこかにあるということだね。ライター勝手につけたけど。 おー。あ、筋力テスト。
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
あ、筋力いるんだ。うわー、スキル振ってねえよ。
Damn.
そうね。壊した。え、あ、これって筋力足んなかったからとか。マジか。あ、無理だな。
Well, well.
Oh, oh,
A
oh,
little
oh.
mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my
殴れ
turf?
殴れ殴れ。
Your turf. That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
はい。 Your name, Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe.
話術を上げた。話術を上げたから。あ、待って、それは良くない。強い。あ、強い。あ、
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
捕まりました。
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming.
何
If
が
I
正
want to
解
get
だっ
into
たの
this
これ。
warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
あ、なるほどね。ここに戻されるわけか。ちょっともう一回、ちょっと。お話に行こう、お話に。もう一回行ったらまたなんかどうも、先ほどはどうも。
Hey, Mitchell. A drink
What?
for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got
我々
guts.
なんか
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. Something that I respect. So understand by that. If I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
本当のこ
I'm
とを話す。
investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly. But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
なるほど。本当殺されなくてよかった。
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't
仲間が増えた。
concern you.
仲間が増えた。
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me. And I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
そうしよう。
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, detective. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors.
なんかどうもこのゲームってマルチエンディングらしくって、本当選択次第でエンディングが変わるらしい。
And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their
走ろうよ
interests lie.
走ろうよ
Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness
すごい
or to
右と左に行けば頭振ってくれる頭振ってくれるよ頭振ってくれるよ
Stupid idiots. Get it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
ブロックめっちゃ見てくる
It's fine. He's with me.
Okay.
この人おしゃべりですよこの人おしゃべりですよ確かにそれ強いわこれ上がれない
Be a gentleman and move that for me.
待ってんこっちじゃないのねこっちでよかったのねそういう感じなんだちゃんとした鍵じゃない感じ
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
こっから一人ね
Oh, this place
お邪魔し
stinks.
ますおポイントが触れるぞ筋力いるのかあーうわーうわー悩むオカルトも振りたい確かに火まずいんじゃないかああ心理学か薬の容量の判断医学あれあオカル医学とオカルトのスキルは環境内で発見したオブジェクトのみで上がりますだから触れないのか心理学
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
え、なになにんえ、なに今のあーあ、医学
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? It smells as bad as it looks. Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
オカルト
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
再現シーンなんかまだ調べるとこあったっぽかったのにな終わりちょっと待ってよこれで終わりどれあええええええ上に行きたいです 上に。あれ止まった？止まったわけじゃないかな。大丈夫かな。動いてる。熱々熱々熱々。
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
ちょっと待った、咳込みそう。ああ、咳込んだ。
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
お、ついてきてくれるって。
Why not?
行こう行こう。
You can help.
Right. Let's go.
たどり着くって。たどり着くまでになんかあんのこれ。あ、そっち？肉壁が一人増えたぜ。あれ？あっちでしょ？え？なんだ？なんだ？あ、了解了解。なんかこっからが本番って感じっぽい。え？何？じゃあまた。
Poor kid.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual?
ごめんごめんごめん。何何何？
The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
あ、はいはい。
A caretaker? Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
いいじゃん、行こうぜ。あれあれどうした？行こうぜ。ダメだ、こいつはもうダメだ。一人で行くしかねえ。
I'll have to find another entrance.
ちょっと入り口が開いてないんですけど。話しかけれない。何かがあるわけではない。
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Oh, stop.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
I'm waiting.
あ、会話の途中でロードに入っちゃった。もうちょっとしたら終わろうかな。
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
あ、ごめん、ちょっと待ってくれ。ポイントゲットしたわ。心理学がレベルが上げれる。筋力上げた方がいいのかな。なんか上げていこう、ちょっとずつ。
The Last Supper of the Hawkins.
ま
What
だ
does
残っ
this tell
て
me?
んの？再現シーン。
This roast. What strange creature has flesh like this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
そして
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Let's see if I can
Silas
find
managed to
something
bring
that
the
calms
fire under
mist.
control, but it was already too...
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Did it stop at the time of the fire?
まだ何かあるぞ。あ、さすがに踏むのはかわいそうだな。
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
なんだ？
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, How come it didn't burn?
ああ、確かにね。他には
Did someone escape the fire? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
おお、置いてかないでくれ。ネズミ。
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose? An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Quite a building, don't you
Dated
think?
1818.
Do you know that the Hawkins were among the wealthiest families on the island?
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Nani?
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
Wow, これキャラクターの割り振り、ポイントの割り振り難しいな。
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692. A book on hunting whales. The island's staple diet last century.
雷。
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. 20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
ちょいけない。
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla. What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
苦情の手紙。あ、売り入れない。ネズミ。
Locked. The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. What was wrong with this family? What? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him. The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time. What will her room reveal about her? Perfect.
Perfect. ここには何もないのか。何もない。え？え？なるほどね。
What was she trying to achieve? Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life. This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold. It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other. Bradley? Is that you?
チェックはされてる。
Is anyone there?
You! Stop!
もっと頑張れって。もっと頑張れ。
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
そういうことか。
This door is blocked from the outside. The lyrics of the drunken sailor. A sea shanty.
I'll cover you.
なるほど。
This door was closed earlier.
なんだなんだ、急に暗くなるな。やめてくれ。あ、ここさっきのとこか。
Where did he go?
ん？
Must
違
have
う。
got out some way.
No, no, he was here. I'm sure. Let's search this room.
4ポイント。ああ、均等に振りたくなっちゃう。ああ。
It looks like an old seaway map.
ああ、そういうことか。
Charles Hawkins was keeping her father's letters from her. Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater's shore for years. Maybe he kept them for sentimental reasons.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable.
Oh.
I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism.
Oh.
Damnation. I can't budge these gears.
筋力足んねえんだな。
As if the bookcase has been moved several times. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism. Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
やべえ、わかんねえ。どこ？どこ？
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Doesn't seems like this came from a log. There must be a link with the Seaway map. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
あ
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
やべ、全然わからん。どこのこと言ってんだ。間違えた。
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Let's go.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
全然わかんねえ。
Doesn't work. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Yeah, 全然わかんねえよこれ。
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Ready?
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
ダメだ。わかんねえや。どういうこと？
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Doesn't work. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Doesn't work. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Doesn't work. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
ダメだ。わかんない。今日はやめよう、ここで。わかんないから。よし。じゃあ、とりあえず一旦っていうか、今日は終わります。お疲れ様です。